Have you ever asked yourself one of the following questions? Where's all of my cash gone? Why can't I get ahead? Gosh, I feel like I'm churning in my business. If you've ever felt this way, you are not alone. As a small business owner myself, I completely understand that. So in this video, what we're going to do is dive into 3 steps to create a cash flow plan and save money in your business. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Maria, and I'm the owner of Simplified Partners, a business that helps you keep more cash, better maintain your business finances, and grow your peace of mind. So there's 3 steps we're going to take. I'm going to dive right into each of those 3 steps. I'm going to keep it very simple and to the point because I want you to be able to take action really during you listening to this video or right after listening to the video. The first step I want to teach you about is something called a cash notebook. Now, don't cringe. If you are not a paper person, I completely get it. But I want you to trust me with this for just the first couple of weeks. If you are a diehard electronic fan, we can talk about moving you later. But for right now, I want you to find a notebook. It can be a spiral bound of some kind. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny little notebook, but I want you to grab a notebook, something that you can keep with you all day long. And every day I want you to do these 2 things. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to capture all of your income for that day. And so you can either log into your bank or you can log into your QuickBooks if you have an accounting system, and you want to look at the actual cash that came into the business, not the amount that you invoiced, but the actual cash that came into your account in your business where you get the money. The second thing that I want you to look at is I want you to look at the total expense that went out of your business for that day. Now, I don't want you to list every single thing out right now. There's no need to do that, but I want you to just do quick math. You don't even have to have it to the penny, but look over all of your income and write down it's about this for this day, and then write down your expenses. Now, one caveat, if you do use a credit card for all of your business expenses, then you're going to have to log into your credit card accounts, and you're also going to have to log into your bank accounts. So really, wherever you might have spent money today, you want to log in there and you want to capture that. So again, just total everything up and then write that down. So basically in your notebook, you're going to have just very simple today's date, the total income, the total expense. Tomorrow's date, the total income, the total expense. The next day, so on and so forth. And then we'll talk in a few minutes about what you're going to do with that. The next thing I want to chat with you about is creating cash goals. So you really won't be able to do this right now, but after the first week of tracking your total income and your total expense, I want you to think about some cash goals. Do you have enough cash for your business? That is the subject of really another video that we'll be having in the future, but suffice to say for now, what you want to do is have your first goal, if you don't have this, is to have 1 month of payroll and operating expenses set aside. If you don't have that, then that's going to be your very first goal. And we're going to talk later about how to do that. And throughout this month, the other videos that you'll see here on the channel are really going to be deep diving into each of these 3 things I'm teaching you today. So to go back, we talked about your cash notebook. Next week's video is going to be specifically on the notebook. The next video is going to be on this topic, which is creating a cash goal. I'm going to dive even deeper into setting your cash goals and then how to manage those. And then now let's go ahead and roll into our 3rd step for this video, which is a weekly cash review. So if you've got your notebook and you've been writing down your total income and your total expense per day, you're going to arrive at the end of the week. And the point of this is it doesn't matter exactly what day, the point is just to do it. So if it works for you on a Friday, if it works on a Saturday, if it works on a Sunday, just don't do it any earlier than Friday. Wait till the end of the week, and then I want you to do a weekly review of these numbers. What you're going to do is, first of all, catch up if you weren't able to do it every day this week. Catch up and make sure you have that number daily. Then what I want you to do is total it up, right? So for that 5 days you've done, or for that 7 days that you've done, total up all the income and total up the expenses. Now, depending on where you are, And if you're new to doing this, or if you've been doing it for a while, the questions that you ask yourself can differ. So I have a few questions that I'll give you now just to help you jog your memory a little bit, but certainly feel free to add other questions. Question 1 could be, did I spend more this week than I brought in, right? That's pretty simple to, to explain, right? If you look at your number and you've got 80,000 in expenses and only 60,000 in income, it's something you definitely want to keep an eye on. Remember, if you're just starting this, you're going to keep doing this week after week after week. So obviously 1 week might not be representative of every week in your business, but you're certainly going to start doing this every week just with the data that you have. Another question could be, how did you pay for those business expenses? Are you using a credit card? Are you using a line of credit? Are you using your bank account? And then are you being assessed additional fees because of the way that you are paying these expenses? More to come. Like I mentioned, later this month, we're going to have a video that's going to deep dive into this cash review. Another question is, how much are you paying in interest? So if you have credit cards, if you have accounts that you are accruing interest on, what are you even paying in interest? That's going to show up in one of your weeks as an expense somewhere, right? So whether you've got a line of credit or a loan or a credit card, somewhere you're going to see that interest charge being tacked on. So be on the lookout for that. Ask yourself, do you need to sell more? Is your income lower than where it needs to be? Another question could be, do I need to spend less? So maybe your problem isn't an income problem. It's really, you've got great income, but your expenses are over the top. So what are some things that you can do to simplify on the expense side? Another question could be, how much cash do I have set aside for a rainy day? So a lot of times we don't think about this as business owners. We're healthy, we're moving, we're going, we're doing all the things. And then before we know it, we're sick and we have to be out for 2 weeks. And we're kind of the person that runs everything. And so then we have a problem with cash flow. And so think about those things, those extenuating circumstances. So if you don't have at least a month set aside to pay your business expenses, like I said earlier, go ahead and make that a goal for yourself. And then the last question is, do I need to make adjustments to my cash goals? So once you've set up those cash goals, look back at what you're actually doing, look at your goals, and determine, are you going to meet your goals? Do you need to change your goal, or do you need to change other things in order to meet the goal? Maybe you're behind on the goal that you have set initially. So those are the 3 steps that you want to keep in mind on how to build a cash plan. If you would like something completely free, then I have something for you. It's called your Cash Flow at a Glance worksheet. It's completely free. If you'll see the link in the notes and the comments below, the description below, there it comes. In the description below, you're going to be able to click the link, put in your name and email address, and we will send you that at a glance. What it is it is a way for you to get clear on where your account balances are currently. So it's a great way to kick off these 3 steps of understanding and building a cash plan. You can print this off and use it as a paper document, or you also can use it electronically and just type it in. But you're going to put in information such as your account balances, your debt balances, and really be able to keep track of that on a regular basis to just be more aware of your cash position and then making sure that you are meeting your goals. So again, it's just a great little addition that you can have to the 3 steps of your cash flow plan. So let me know what questions you have below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you in next week's video.